Yankees are AL champions. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time since 2009, your New York Yankees are headed to the World Series. I know I feel incredible. As always on this podcast, Bronx Banter, is myself, Chris. Robert over here. Robert, how are you feeling?
Chris, I'm doing great. I mean, it doesn't even feel real. I mean, we've been waiting for this for our whole lives, and it's finally come true. So it's a great feeling, and hopefully they can finish the job, which they got to stay focused to do that. And it's going to be a tough series versus the Dodgers, which we'll get into. But let's get right into the injury report to get started. Nestor Cortez should be activated off the injured list from a left elbow flexor strain, which he's been facing hitters, and he should be back for this World Series.
Yeah, that's a big gain back for the Yankees because Nestor not being in that bullpen, we've been missing him a little bit. Honestly, we have. Tim Meza is not as good as Nestor, as everybody knows. Tim Meza's tried his best, but to have a guy like Nestor in the bullpen who can give us length is huge, I think. So with that being said, let's hop into first game recap. Starting out with Carlos Rodon's pitching stats from Game 1, which we won 5-2 against the Guardians. Carlos Rodon pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 hits, 1 home run, so 1 earned run, 9 strikeouts. This game for me was Rodon's Yankee game. He earned his pinstripes this game, and I think he earned the trust of all Yankee fans. This was a great game. He came out in that Kansas City game, and he was too excited. He was sticking his tongue out and stuff.
Yeah.
He was getting a little too cocky, but I'm proud of him. He kept his composure, pitched 6 great innings against a damn good baseball team. Robert, what do you got to say about that?
Yeah, I mean, he looked great. He took some lessons from Garrett Cole, controlling his emotions, not getting rid of all of his adrenaline right off in the first inning. He controlled himself. He held his composure the whole game, and that's what we needed. That start earned him and earned his respect throughout all the Yankees fans' minds, and it's just what he needed. And yeah.
Headed into staying in Game 1 actually. Juan Soto this game. This is just the start of an insane series for Juan Soto, as all Yankee fans know.
Yeah.
But this game, he went 2 for 3 with a single and a home run. That home run was very impressive to me, Robert. He hit that against the wind to right center in Yankee Stadium. I know Yankee Stadium's short to right field, but every other part of the field is deep. I don't care what anybody says. He has power in that bat. He turned on that sinker from Alex Cobb and took it right into the Yankees bullpen.
Yeah,
That
that was a moonshine. Just got them. It
Oh my
got
God.
the series vibe going for the Yankees and the fans, just knowing that he was going to be on point just starting Game 1.
Exactly. All right, let's hop into Game 2 here. We got another win for the Yankees. This was a big win because we did not play our best baseball this game. I will be honest. Garrett Cole did not pitch his best baseball. His final stat line ended at 4 1/3 innings pitched, giving up 6 hits, 2 earned runs, 4 strikeouts, but the stat that stood out to me, 4 walks. Garrett Cole, he is not the type of guy that I think of as a walk guy. I think of Luis Heel. I don't think of Garrett Cole. Garrett Cole you think of as a veteran. He's been here before. He knows to throw strikes, but I don't know. Cold or something, but command was not his best, but he battled. He battled through 4 1/3 innings.
Yeah, he just didn't seem right, and he got into the 5th inning there, and obviously Boone just needed to pull the plug on that and just get into the bullpen. I don't know what was wrong with him that game, but it wasn't Garrett Cole, that's for sure.
No, thank God the bullpen stepped up. The bullpen has been huge the whole series, the whole year. Honestly, the bullpen has been huge. Some hitters I noted for this game: Gleyber Torres went 3 for 5 with a double and 2 singles. Man, what a postseason it has been for Gleyber Torres. I mean, this guy is trying his damn hardest to earn a contract from the Yankees. Across the postseason so far, out of the leadoff spot, he's hitting .297 in front of Juan Soto and Aaron Judge, might I add. 7 walks also, a home run in there, and only 5 strikeouts. He is trying his best to stay on this baseball team. Robert, what do you think about Gleyber?
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't want to leave. He wants
No.
to stay, and he's trying to get that notice, which throughout the last couple months of the season he did, and now in the playoffs he's been a huge role so far, leading up to Game 2 and throughout the rest of the series. So that was just Gleyber Torres doing Gleyber things, just at the point in his career right now where he's just trying to hit the ball the other way, not really looking for the home run power, and that was shown by those two singles in that game.
Exactly. Also in this game, I have Anthony Volpe. Volpe.
Yeah,
I don't know who
huge.
this kid is in the who's this kid in the postseason. This isn't regular season Anthony Volpe hitting 220. This is postseason Anthony Volpe. In the postseason so far, this kid is hitting 310. 310 in his first ever postseason. I mean, I one of the last people I would have expected to be hitting 310. He just looks like he's ready for whatever they're gonna throw him. Robert, what do you
Hmm.
think about his approach? What do you think's gotten
Yeah,
him
I
to
mean
do so good in the postseason?
he's not expanding the zone. He's just looking
Yeah.
for pitches where he knows he can hit them, and he's going the other way, going up the middle, and he's just following his approach, which he had trouble doing towards the end of the season and towards the All Star break. He's just going back right where he was in the beginning of the season, and just doing Anthony Volpe things. That's what we expect from him.
Exactly. Heading into game three now. Game three, I wish we could skip over it. I really do, but
I don't even want
there's
to
some
mention it,
memorable
Chris. I don't
moments.
even want to mention it, but let's
We have to.
go
We
ahead.
have to for the people. For the people,
Go
we
ahead.
have to. Game three, Clark Schmidt did fine. 4 2/3 innings pitched, 5 hits, 2 runs, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks. That's a very Clark Schmidt start right there for any Yankee fans. That is a
Yeah,
very Clark
that's
Schmidt
what you
start right there.
expect.
But a couple notable hitters I got. We got Judge 1 for 5 with the huge home run at the time off Emmanuel Clase, the best pitcher of all time. That's Austin Hedges. Austin Hedges' words, not mine. I do not claim that at all. And then Stanton, I have 1 for 3 going back to back with Judge off the best pitcher of all time. But this game sucks. I mean, no one's
Yeah.
gonna remember. We thought that was Judge's Yankee moment, and no one's gonna remember it. Robert, what do you gotta
Nope.
say about this
Yeah,
awful game?
Judge's home run there is a footnote in history. I mean, it's
Exactly.
lost. I even forget it now because you don't even want to look back at this game. But the Yankees were just they're getting sliced up by Boyd. He went 5 innings pitched, 2 hits, 4 strikeouts. So they
Yeah.
they struggled against him, and then the Guardians came in with their gotta be careful. The Guardians came in with their bullpen pieces that they wanted, and obviously this game just reminded us of just the past couple of years of the Yankees seasons in the playoffs just being like that.
Yeah. Just disappointing year after disappointing year.
Yeah.
But there is
That
light at
changed.
the end of the tunnel, as we will say. I say we move on from that game. What do you say? I say we just
Yeah.
forget about that one.
Yeah.
Game 4. Another win for the Yankees. 8-6. Gritty win. Gritty. That's the word of the day for this game.
Yep.
Luis Heel. 4 hits, three hits, 2 runs, 3 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Fine. For not pitching in about I think it was 19 days or something like that. I'm proud of the kid. He did fine. The one
Yeah.
run he gave up was that stupid hit that Josh Naylor had. It was a changeup like I think they said on the broadcast. It was like 5 or 6 inches off the plate, and he just threw his bat at it. So I mean, probably should have been 1 run. Ended up being 2. At the end of the day, not mad at the kid. Robert, what do you think about Heel's start?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what we expected. I mean, we weren't really sure what to expect from him coming in. It was a long layoff, and obviously his first inning wonders is always a question, which got kind of settled in this game. But he looked sharp. He was throwing strikes, and he gave the Yankees kind of what they needed for that game.
Yeah. Notable hitters in this game. I have Mr. Giancarlo Stanton. This guy is a first ballot Hall of Famer after this series. I got nothing else to
Legend.
say besides that. 3-run home run off Cade Smith, who is probably, I would say, I don't know if you agree, probably the Guardians' second best reliever behind Clase in the regular season at least. This Cade Smith guy is really good.
Yeah,
And Stanton, he tried to throw Stanton a fastball. Why do they keep throwing Stanton fastballs? I don't know. He keeps hitting them. He hit a nuke off Cade Smith. 3-run home run into the left field seats. Those people in the left field seats, I hope they were Yankee fans because they got a lot of presents this series from Giancarlo Stanton. Also, we have Gleyber Torres, 2 for 5 this game. Another very solid game from Gleyber. He went 2 for 5, like I said, with an RBI single off Emmanuel Clase again. Again, showing why Clase is not the best pitcher of all time, Austin Hedges, if you're listening to this. Robert, what do you think about this game? Or about the hitters, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, Glaber did what we expected again. He gave us that big insurance run towards the end of the game, and then Stanton's just Stanton. And I'll say this right now, Giancarlo Stanton. If the Yankees win the World Series, you deserve a monument in Monument Park. Hang
I
your
agree.
number up.
100%. 100% I agree.
I mean, this guy's a legend. He's just off the charts. It's not, you can't even describe what he's done. Just not this year in the postseason, but prior
Oh,
years,
yeah.
his numbers are just off the charts. So
I forget what announcer said it. It was either this series or the Royals series. One of them said it. If you're as good as Stanton's been in the playoffs, Yankee fans are going to forget about your regular season eventually,
yeah,
especially if there's a World Series on top of it. So I really think, like you said, he could cement himself into Monument Park.
which even his regular season wasn't horrible. I mean, I think he
No, it
had
wasn't bad at all.
70
He had 25
RBIs,
home
over 20
runs.
home runs. So
Oh, yeah. You just
he's
can't
had a
stay
great
healthy, the
year.
guy.
Yeah, which
Yeah. No matter what Bob Costa says.
yeah. Don't
hate
get me started, Chris. Come on now.
that.
Chris,
All
let's go
right.
into Game 5 though.
Game 5. Ladies and gentlemen, your New York Yankees are AL champions. Game 5. The Yankees are headed to the World Series. This game, I don't know. Oh my God, where do we start? Let's start with Rodon. Carlos
Yep.
Rodon. 4 2/3 innings pitched. 5 hits, 2 runs, only 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts. Rodon wasn't his best, but it was very good. I'm not complaining at all. It was a very good start out of him.
Yeah.
Very good start. Put us in a position to win the game. And as we all know, in this game, they made a mistake. Tanner Bybee, shout out to him. He was pitching pretty good. Honestly, I was a little scared. We couldn't hit the
Yep.
guy for a little while. He was 1 pitch away from his day being done. And what did he do? He hung a slider to Giancarlo Stanton. I'll say it. I've said it once. I'll say it again. When are they going to learn? I mean, in the same at bat, Stanton had swung at 2 sliders in the dirt. What are you doing? Like, I don't get it. I'm not complaining. But as we all know, he hung that slider. Stanton sent it again into the left field seats. Hopefully, there are a lot of Yankee fans there. Robert, you want to talk about the other notable hitter we have, or do you want me to take it?
Chris, Juan Soto, 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 with a 10th inning 3-run blast, and it just sent everybody into a frenzy. I mean,
yeah.
that's what you expect. The at bat was what you expect. Just a Hall of Fame class at bat by Juan Soto there against Gaddis, who's a very, very, very
Really
good
good.
reliever, and we've struggled against him throughout the whole series. So Soto took that high fastball and just drove it away after fouling off and taking pitches and fouling off. So great job by Juan Soto there.
Yeah, I mean, Juan Soto's approach right there was incredible. That's something that you can't teach, honestly. He fouled off changeups, he fouled off cutters, he fouled off everything. He did not care what Gaddis was throwing him. And you saw him looking at Gaddis and smirking. He knew
was
he
in
was
his
going to get
mind.
him eventually. Oh,
He was in
100%.
Gaddis's head with that Soto
100%.
shuffle. He was in his head.
That Soto shuffle gets to people. I don't care what they say.
Oh,
That
yeah.
gets to them. But that home run put his price up a couple $100 million, but I don't care. Hal,
Yeah.
Brian, if you guys are watching this, blank check. A blank
Yeah.
one. Let
Blank
him write
check.
the number.
Let him
I don't
write
give
the
a,
number.
I don't care at this point.
And Cashman, his heart started to get a little stuttery there with Soto
Oh,
hitting
yeah.
that home run. So
Mm-hmm. They know what they got to do. You can't
Pay
let
the
him
man.
walk. You
Pay the
can't.
man.
He wants to stay. He wants to stay. You
Let's
can't
get-
let that.
let's
What are
get
you
the
gonna say?
chip. Let's get the chip first, and then pay the man whatever he wants.
Exactly. Lifetime. Put his number in Monument Park already. I don't care. Do whatever he
I will-
wants.
Me and Chris will help contribute to that check if we need to.
I will buy as many chicken buckets as I need to from Yankee Stadium, okay? Whatever can make him a Yankee, I will do. I will buy as many $200 jerseys as you need. I will make him a Yankee. If it's the last thing I do in my life, I don't care.
Chris, I got a question for you though. Who was your series MVP?
My series MVP, Robert, it is not just one man in particular. I am giving a massive and well-deserved shout-out to the entire Yankee bullpen. The entire bullpen. I have a couple stats that I want to point out in particular. Starting out in game 1, Luke Weaver, the Weave Dog, had a 4-out save. 1 2/3 innings pitched, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, no runs. That's Weave Dog things right there. I'm not surprised. I also want to give a massive shout-out. Game 4 to Mark Leiter Jr. Guy just got put on the just got put on the roster because of Ian Hamilton's injury, and he came in and he did his job. I just,
Mm-hmm.
I really wish he made that play on that ground ball in the eighth inning. That makes his
Yeah.
stat line not look as good, but I am
I mean,
still
yeah.
beyond proud of Mark Leiter.
Yeah, I mean that.
Um,
I
what
just
you gonna
want
say?
to say quick that play. I think that's more on Rizzo, and in my mind, I feel like everybody thinks it's on Leiter, which
Yeah,
he still got the ball to Rizzo in time. I don't know what Rizzo problem defensively is, which we'll talk about that maybe later. But
I think, I think the thing was that he was too close and he threw it too hard. So Rizzo like
yeah,
almost couldn't see the ball because there wasn't any time while it was in the air. It was just kind of
right.
there. I
Yeah,
think
it's
that's
just
what the
one of those
problem was.
weird plays.
I also want to give a shout out in Game Five the other day to Jake Cousins. Jake Cousins, man, that's the Jake Cousins that I like to see. That's the
Dog.
July and August Jake Cousins right there. He pitched 1 1/3 innings, struck out all four batters he faced. Wait, or struck out four, struck out all, got all four outs via the strikeout. There we go.
Yeah,
And he just looked like he looked nails. He was sharp. He was really sharp, making everyone look silly with that slider. But then once he throws the slider, he can throw his little 94-mile-an-hour fastball because
yeah,
you gotta expect the slider because that's his best pitch.
yeah.
Same thing on that game. I want to give a shout out to the man who closed it out, closed the Yankees AL pennant out. Who else but the Weave Dog? Who else would you expect to close it out? 2 innings pitched from Weaver, 1 hit, 1 strikeout. Great again. I mean, this guy
Mhm.
just comes on and gets the job done. Besides Game 3, but we don't talk about that.
It's
Don't
fine.
care about Game 3. Won the series.
forgive
I
you.
forgive Weaver. I forgive him. Mariano made mistakes too. Forgive him. Forgive and forget. It's all
Did
right.
he though?
Yeah, against the
Yeah, he did.
Diamondbacks.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that. Robert, who is your series MVP now?
All right, Chris. My series MVP is somebody that we had hopes for, I guess, and we've kind of talked about, and that is the man, Anthony Volpe. Anthony Volpe, our Gold Glover, was using his bat a little more this series, going 6 for 17, 353 average, 476 OBP, and a 412 slug, and that's what we need. That's what we need coming from that shortstop
great.
position. He's not really looking for power. He's going more shooting the ball where it's thrown, and that's what he did that series, and he looked great. He looked good.
Yeah, he's just been getting on base. Honestly, I'm proud of the kid.
Yeah.
First ever playoffs, and that's how he's handling it. I'm excited for
Yeah.
the next couple of years. Honestly. Robert, who was your series LVP or the least valuable
My
player from the
LVP,
series?
yeah, least valuable player in my mind. I'm sorry, but it's Jazz. Jazz just, I mean, come on, Jazz. You talk all that stuff in the Royal Series, you don't do nothing. You come
Yeah.
into the CS, you're Jazz Chisholm Jr. You were on the MLB The Show cover. We expect you to do something.
I forgot about
He
that.
didn't do nothing, Chris. 3 for 19, 158 average, 238 OBP, 211 slug. And we need more from Jazz. I mean, his defense was there. He has a cannon of an arm coming from third base, so he's making those plays, and he's making them
Yeah.
look easy. But we need that bat in the bottom of the lineup, and from his bat leads to speed on the bases, which is a whole different story from when the pitchers are keeping an eye on him. So we just
Yeah.
need him to get on base.
Mm-hmm. Adding on to that real quick, Jazz has looked really good defensively at third. That's one thing
Yeah.
I've known. I don't think he's made an error in the postseason yet, unless I don't think he
Knock on
has.
wood. But
Yes,
no,
yes.
he's looked great.
Knock on wood. I don't think he has, but he has been really good over there. Made some really tough plays look easy.
Yeah, just
What were you gonna say?
yeah, just ending this point. Just in the box, he just doesn't even seem like a player he was when we
Yeah.
traded for him. He just seems lost, and he's trying to do too much just to impress the Yankees fans. Which we don't need a home run. We can get that from the big boys. Jazz. Just
Exactly.
hit the ball.
Just singles. Just singles.
Yeah, come
Infield
on.
singles. I don't care. Hit the ball. Good things happen. Heading into my least valuable player now. Unfortunate, man. It is Mr. Austin Wells. I mean, I know he hit the one home run, but that was, I think, his only hit in the whole series. Across the postseason so far, he's hitting .91 with a 167 OBP and a 182 slugging. To put that in perspective, Giancarlo Stanton is slugging .794 and Wells is slugging 182. I know Giancarlo's having a really good postseason, but that does not cut it. Wells was our
No.
cleanup hitter. Now he's lucky to be hitting eighth, honestly. And yeah, if we his defense is so good, so he kind of has to be in the lineup. But yeah, I just hope over these couple of days off, maybe he can get his swing right on the trip to LA, whatever. Just get a couple hits in the first game and get his confidence back. Because you can
Yeah.
tell he just has no confidence at the
No.
plate right now.
I mean, in that series, they were just pounding the fastball up in the zone the whole time. And he's
Yeah,
swinging through it. He's laying on that. So maybe it's something mechanical, which, as Derek Jeter said a couple weeks ago, mechanics are too late to fix here in the postseason. But I have some hope because we need him. We need him to get on top of that fastball because that's what the Dodgers are going to attack too. So
yeah, and like you were saying, it's not like they're getting him with curveballs and like nasty curveballs. It's literally high fastballs. He knows what's coming.
yeah,
He's like the 2017 Astros, knows what's coming.
yeah, right. Let's not talk about that, Chris.
Don't want to get into that. That should have been this World Series. Should have been Yankees Dodgers, but they cheated us
Yeah,
out of the World Series. It's all right though. It's all right. We got
we're
our
back.
get back. We got our get
We're
back.
back.
Heading into, I just want to talk about quickly some of the Dodgers starting pitchers, ERAs, and how they've done in the postseason so far. Not going to get into their bullpen because their bullpen is nails. Their bullpen is really good. But we saw what the Yankees did against a really good Cleveland bullpen, so I have high hopes. Starting out with Jack Flaherty, the big man they traded for at the trade deadline. He's pitched 15 and a third innings to a 7.04 ERA. That is not good, Jack Flaherty. The other day he gave up 8 runs to the Mets because he was sick. Yeah, I'm sure you were sick, Jack. All right, buddy.
Yeah, I mean,
Not good.
I'm not sure what to expect from him. I haven't really seen him pitch much, but from the little time I did versus the Mets, he didn't really seem like what they wanted when they traded
Exactly.
for him, I guess. So
Going on to Yoshinobu Yamamoto, he has pitched 12 and a third innings to a 5.11 ERA, so better than Flaherty, but not good either. He's gave up 7 runs, 4 walks, 11 strikeouts, though, so I guess that's a positive to look at if you're on the Dodgers side.
yeah, I mean, Mr. 325. I mean, you should have went to the Yankees, which I'm happy we didn't get you. Whatever, we'll use that money for
Yeah,
Soto, but
whatever.
you chose your
That's
side,
true.
buddy. You chose your side, and see what happens.
We'll see how it works out for him. Finally, I want to talk about Walker Buehler. This guy has not been able to stay healthy over the past couple of years, and I don't know. Throughout this season, when he's been healthy and in the postseason, he just honestly has not really looked like himself. In 9 innings pitched in the postseason, he's got a 6 ERA, 6 runs, 3 walks, and only 6 strikeouts. Back in like 2021 and 22, this guy was striking out like 10 guys. He was doing really good for the Dodgers, and then just injuries kind of derailed him, and I don't think he's been the same pitcher since. So, yeah, Robert, you got
No.
any thoughts on Dodgers pitching?
Yeah, Walker in particular. His last start, which was as sharp as he's been since coming off his Tommy John surgery. Which let's not forget that he was a top pitcher in the
Oh
game
yeah, he was really
before
good.
his surgery, and he still has a potential. Which his last game versus the Mets, he went 4 innings pitched, only gave up 3 hits, and had 6 strikeouts. So obviously threw
Yeah,
the ball
that's pretty
well,
good.
and coming off that start, coming into this series, we just gotta be ready for him. And he's got nasty stuff, so let's not derail
Oh, yeah.
from that, I guess.
Yeah. What else was I gonna talk about?
I just
Dodgers
had
lineup. Oh, what are you gonna say? You go.
I just had a quick, or I guess this will lead us into the Dodgers lineup, but
Mhm.
our past series versus the Guardians, we really held Jose Ramirez down in the box.
Oh
So
yeah, he didn't
whatever
do anything.
whatever their game plan against him was, they need to present that to Shohei Ohtani, all those star-studded guys, Freddie Freeman,
Mookie,
Mookie
Freddie,
Betts.
all of them. Yeah.
So they gotta have a game plan for those guys because one pitch can change the whole game and the whole series.
I know, especially with runners in scoring position. I saw a stat yesterday. I think Shohei's like 18 for his last 22 with runners in scoring position. This guy just hits with guys on base. But I saw another stat that was a little shocking to me. Shohei has struck out 17 times in the postseason. I feel like that's a lot.
He
The most on the
chases.
Yankees is 15, and that's Wells, I think. I mean, 17 strikeouts is a lot. I'm hoping the Yankees take that into consideration and don't just throw this guy first pitch fastballs every time. Switch it up a little bit. Throw him a knuckle curve, Garrett Cole. Throw him a cutter. Don't just give him fastballs right into his bat path. The guy's an incredible hitter. We know that. Second best hitter in the league, by the way. But he's a damn good hitter.
Yeah, I'd put him at third on that list, Chris, behind Soto.
Okay, okay,
But
okay.
anyways, Shohei, I mean, just like the Mets did, if we don't need a pitch to him, don't throw him a ball over the plate. Pitch
Exactly.
around him if we have an
Just put
open
him on.
base. Deal with the next guy. He's the most feared hitter in their lineup, and he's the one that's going to end up costing us the World Series if we pitch to him and make a mistake.
I agree with you 100%. I would much rather face Mookie Betts. I'd much rather face Tommy Edman. I don't care if he's the MVP. He's Tommy Edman.
Yeah,
I'd
who's
much
Tommy
rather face
Edman?
Teoscar. I'd rather face all of them over Shohei. Shohei, like you said, Shohei is the guy that will beat us if we let him beat us. And we can't.
Yeah.
We cannot let him beat us. Well, Yankee
No.
fans. I just got a statement to the Yankee fans.
Yep.
Oh, actually, don't want to forget. We wanted to give a quick shout out to the New York Liberty on winning the WNBA championship. Shout out to you
Yeah.
guys. New York represent. Proud of you guys. Sabrina, how do you say her last name? Like Ionescu, something like that.
Onuescu, something like
Something
that.
like that. I don't know.
Shows how much we know in the WNBA, but shout out to those ladies bringing home the chip.
Yes, sir. Always looking good for the city of New York. You know, making us proud or whatever. Hopefully, we can bring one home too.
We'll
you
have
know.
a parade with you guys.
Yes, sir. Oh my God. But Yankee fans, I got a statement for you guys, all right? Whoever's listening to this. Enjoy these couple of days before Friday. Don't be stressing like we are. We're professionals. We know what we're doing. But don't be stressing about the games just yet, okay? Just enjoy these couple of days. I don't know about you, Robert. I've watched that Soto home run about 55 times. I'm going to watch it about 55 more times before the next game because
Yeah.
that home run is going to go down in the history books. That is something that we'll be telling our grandkids about someday. That is something that does not happen every year, and I don't want to take it for granted at all. Yankee fans, just so enjoy this moment, especially those of you that are around our age. I don't know, we've never really seen a World Series. I mean, the one time they were in it, we were 4. I don't remember when I was 4. Are you kidding me? I mean, that doesn't even count. This is what we've been waiting for. The evil empire is back. Everyone on Instagram and Twitter that I'm seeing, they hate the Yankees right now. You want to know why? Because we're better than them, and that's how it should be, Yankee fans. We are the New York Yankees. We are better than any other team. I don't care what anybody says. We're better. Robert, what do you got to add to that?
Chris, we cannot let these Dodger fans show up to Yankee Stadium like they did this past summer. Okay?
Yeah.
We gotta make sure, Yankee fans, if you have the $5,000 to spend to go to the game, go and do it because we're gonna need you there. The Dodgers fans, they travel around, that's for sure. And
Oh, yeah.
I gotta say that Dodgers fans, they don't scare me. Their ballpark doesn't scare me.
Yeah.
It's like playing at the Tiger Stadium. It doesn't scare me. Dodgers,
Exactly.
your fans don't scare me. The Bronx
You know
is
what
different
else?
than anywhere else. Let's say that.
You know what else I was thinking about? I don't know what the temperature is going to be off the top of my head, but temperature could be a factor for these Dodger guys that are used to playing in bright, sunny LA
Yeah.
all the time. I mean, if we've seen how it's affected like Jazz. Have you seen Jazz in some of the games of the
Yeah.
Bronx like wiping his eyes because they're watering because he's not used to the cold? These Dodger guys, they might be in for a treat. But probably not Mookie. Mookie's played in Boston, obviously, so he's used to it. But the other guys, I don't know. I'm
Like
just
the
putting it
starting
out there.
pitching, yeah. That's a good point. It could affect them. You never know. I mean, Yamamoto's only pitched in like humid, hot
Yeah,
places in his career.
I don't
And
know
he
what the
did
temperature is in
He
like
did
Japan
pitch
where he
versus
pitched.
the
But I
Mets,
don't
but
know.
it's only gonna get colder in this next week. So
Oh yeah, it's only gonna get worse. It's only gonna get well. It's hot right now for some reason. It's like 70 degrees. No clue why that's happening, but it's gonna get colder. I think that's about it. Robert, you got any final thoughts before I send us off?
I just got one more thing, and that is I believe that Nestor Cortez is gonna be a big role in this series. Just
Ooh,
coming off the bullpen,
hot
we didn't really
take.
touch on this.
Hot
But
take.
coming into probably whoever
Oh,
spot he's gonna
okay.
take, he's gonna be huge, and we're gonna need him. So, last thought.
Right before we go, I got to give a shout out to my man Anthony Rizzo. I didn't want to forget about that. Anthony Rizzo, man, the guy just hits. The guy just hits it into left field like it's so easy. So far in the postseason, he's hitting. Where is he hitting? He's hitting 429 in the postseason.
With
You
two
can
broken
tell-
fingers.
Yeah, you can tell he's been here before. You can tell Anthony Rizzo has been here before. He did it with the Cubs in 2016. Why not do it again in 2024 with the Yanks? Yeah, I don't
He
know.
wants that second ring, and hopefully the next time we film, we got it. We got a ring on our finger, Chris.
Next time we film, it's either going to be really sad or really happy. We'll see, though. Yeah, I think that's about it. Hopefully everyone enjoys the show. If you're going
Like
to
and
the Yankee
subscribe.
games, yes sir, like and subscribe. If you guys are going to the games, be safe. Be loud. Resign Soto. I want to hear that. I want to hear the roll call. I want to hear everything throughout the game. I don't want the crowd on the. I don't want the crowd to sit for 1 second. Be on your feet the entire game. Be loud. Be proud, and be Yankee fans. And buy chicken buckets so we can get Juan Soto. But with all that being said, I hope everybody enjoyed the episode. Have a good day, everybody. God bless, and let's go Yankees.
Let's go Yankees.